What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome to my Parks to Premier League series with Billericay. Here we are at the end of our first season, and if we read this passage here, it says the season culminated with Eastleigh lifting the Blue Square Bet South title and Eastleigh and Basingstoke Town looking forward to the prospect of playing at a higher level next season. So basically we didn't get promotion, really sadly. What I'm going to do is go to the league table really quickly and just give you a little bit of an update and see how we actually finished the season. So as you can see here, we finished 5th, which is in the playoffs. Really unlucky for us. We lost to Basingstoke in the first leg. I'll look at the fixtures in a second though. As you can see, we got 65 points along with Hampton and Waterlooville and Weston-super-Mare. Going into the last game, we had to win to make sure we got the playoffs. We lost. But lucky for us, Weston-super-Mare lost and Hampton and Waterlooville, I think, drew or won. They might have won even. But our goal difference put us in there. Facing Basingstoke was always going to be a tough job. I knew that. They were looking really good all season long, and they ended up beating us on the overall 2 legs. Huge disappointment there. And you know what? Next season, I've got to be looking to get promotion, get playoffs again, pushing more for promotion. Hopefully even maybe top the table and just win the league. Cut out the playoffs altogether. So let's have a look at the fixture. Let's have a look at the transfers. So here we are at the transfers, and as you can see, a little bit happened on the outs this time. We got rid of Dale Blighty. He went to Canvey Island. Joseph Bwaki wasn't playing. He was getting a bit angry, not starting every match, so off he went. I released him because he wasn't even on a contract. Joe Anderson, our best left back, he left because either he wasn't on a contract or I don't think he was on a contract anyway, but he might have been and I never renewed it. Anyway, he went on to Brackley. David Collins, didn't think he was good enough, so I released him, getting ready for next season. And Alec Hugh, who I think I actually signed. Yeah, I did sign this season. He went to Barrow in the division above. I don't think he was on a contract either. I'm not too sure. Either way, he went on to Barrow. So, as you can see, a couple of transfers already happened for next season. If we look at the ins over here, as you can see, we have Curtis Thomas. He come in from Notts County on loan. Really, really good young centre mid. Fantastic long shots, great aggression, anticipation, passing. He's really good for this level actually. Got good dribbling. I mean, decent enough really, not great. Technique's good enough. Work rate is good enough. Flair is good enough. He's really good. According to reports, he was one of our best centre mids. I'll look up going to Peter Gain in a second as well. Leading Blue Square Bet South player and potential to be League 2. So absolutely fantastic player for this level. And really glad I got him on loan. He played decent enough for us. Next person we signed was Danny Mills. Another great signing. I know his stats don't look at it, but for this level he is fantastic. According to reports, he is the leading Blue Square South player. Could have the ability to be a League 2 player when he's older. Can play on the left, can play on the right, can play on the striker position. So giving me a couple of decision options now, because maybe the 4-3-3 can come into effect. I don't know. It's something I've got to consider next year with the decent amount of wingers we have now, left attacking mids and right attacking mids. Next one was Peter Gain. We signed him on the 30th of the 1st. On loan as well from Stevenage. Great player, absolutely fantastic. This is why I love the old centre mids that have fantastic technical and mental ability. The physical does let them down. I mean, 4 pace isn't great. 7 stamina as well, but he got 13 technique, 12 passing, 13 first touch. Majority of their mental attributes are over 10. Absolutely fantastic. He was one of our best centre mids, apparently, although I don't think I played him as much as I probably could have. 11 games ain't a lot. I don't know. He didn't really play well either though, so that's why he was limited to appearances. Jake McCormick next was coming on loan. I just needed again a defender / a midfielder. He fitted the bill so perfectly. Great as a right back, great as a centre back, and great as a centre mid. He's got alright decent stats. Mental stats are very good, and it's good to see that he's got great work rate, great teamwork, because it's really hard to try and develop that. Normally you see that in older players as their experience goes on, their mental stats go on. So you see it in a 19-year-old, very good. And as well, one of our best centre defensive mids. Only play that though. One of our best. Oh no, wait, I have to do it here, don't I? One of our best centre backs. One of our best right back, and centre mids. He was one of our best as well. So pretty much he was just wiping everyone in terms of ability. Great player to have. Mick Mellor. This is thinking about next season now. Mick Mellor come in. Great 16-year-old centre back, right back, 5-star potential. I believe he's got. Let's have a look. 5-star potential, leading League 2 player, so absolutely fantastic signing. Probably start to use him. Oh, I never mean to do that. I always mean to just go back on the player stats. Definitely going to use him next season. 6'4", centre-back, right-back, so he could be the tall right-back like the Ivanovic or Kelly for Liverpool, who like probably a normal centre-backs would just push out wide. So he can play anywhere there. Really great player to have. His attacking stats will probably let him down a bit as a right-back, probably more of a centre-back then. Even then, his strength does let him down there a bit, so something I'm going to have to work on. But overall, I reckon he's got really good potential and can play at this level already, so maybe I'll use him a bit next year. Gary Gallagher we signed as well, thinking about next year. Left attacking mid. Fantastic 16-year-old, got great pace, great acceleration, good dribbling. Crossing needs to be improved upon though. I mean, you always need to cross as a winger. Only on £5 a week though until 2015, so that's 2 seasons from now. Which means he's going to be on a youth contract for a while. Fantastic left winger, 5-star potential as well, leading League 2 player, decent enough for this level. That's what I like to see, people who can fit in at this level. And our last signing is Will Breester, probably the best out of all 3 of them regens there. None of these are my actual regens, they were recommended for me from scouts. Always recommend clicking, like just scouting them players that the coaches recommend you, or the team meetings, I think there is. Always scout them players, because I found these guys, they're fantastic. All 3 of them, 5-star potential, leading League 2 player, and 2 stars already, which means Ethan Manoni, I think that's how you say his name. He's probably got to watch his back, and Danny Mills as well, because I always want to stick this guy in if he's got 5-star potential. So let's move on right now into the... Let's look at the fixtures actually. So let's go into here now. And let's scroll up before we actually look too much at the bottom stuff. So when was the last time I met you? Just before this Franborough game, where we won 3-2. Joe Anderson, Higley and May getting 3 goals there and a 3-2 win. Just luckily scraped that win there. And meant that we were at 5 games now winning in a row. You'd think we'd beat relegation team Truro, wouldn't you? But nope. Terrible game. 4-0 loss. Honest to God, I don't know what happened here. Just an appalling match, an abysmal match. And that wasn't what I wanted to go into. Going into a big match against Gateshead, where sadly we lost 1-0. So as you can see, we didn't actually play too badly. I mean, we got a great amount of possession, 56% there. 13 shots away, 6 shots on target. And it was a decent amount of fouls in the game. I mean, it wasn't like anyone was holding back on each other. I guess the thing that let me down was J May up front. Didn't have the best of games. Probably caused a lot of our shots to be off target. They only had 4 shots on target, and to score in the 87th minute, really disappointing. I felt we could have pulled that to a replay, and then maybe we could have nicked it at our home ground. But nope, their late goal really did put a nail in the coffin for us. Really sad as well, because they didn't deserve to win. So let's move on now. Let's go into the rest of the fixtures. That was followed up by a 1-0 loss to Havington and Waterlooville, so huge disappointment there. 3 games now lost in a row. Needed to pick it up, and of course we did when we won. We beat our rivals Chelmsford 3-2. Fantastic result. Joe Anderson getting a goal before getting injured. Alec Hugh and Jay May getting us 3 goals in a tight match against our rivals. Great result, great 3 points there, and that pleased the fans for a while. They won 2-0 against Sutton as well. You could probably say they're rivals, quite close geographically. Craig Edwards and Danny Mills getting us the 2 goals there, giving us an easy, comfortable win. Then we lost 2-0 to Borehamwood. Disappointing result, but we moved on swiftly. A week later, getting a 3-1 win to Maidenhead. Fantastic. Danny Mills with 2 goals, and Luke Lanson getting the 3rd goal we needed, putting the game beyond doubt. Fantastic game there for us. And again, another easy, comfortable win. That was followed up by a 1-0 loss, of course, to Salisbury, which then was followed up by a 2-0 win to Bromley, 2 goals by Mannion, and then lost 3-0 to Dorchester. And if you look here, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games on-off form. That's not what you want to see. If we're trying to push for the playoffs at the time, I think maybe at this time I'm not too sure, I can't remember back to February, but maybe at this time we maybe dropped out. I know we did at some point, and we're trying to fight back. We have to just be winning consistent games or going unbeaten. Definitely not losing, winning, because we're never going to build momentum at that rate. Then drew 1-1 to Basingstoke. Joe Anderson probably scored a free kick. He often does it for me more times than not. If you ever see his name there, it'll probably be a wonder free kick for us. Then drew 1-1 with Staines, which again ain't a bad result. A point was good enough there for us. So we moved on again, 2-0 against Welling. Curtis Thomas getting his 1st goal for us, and Ethan Mannion as well, giving us a 2-0 win there and a comfortable result. Then drew against Framborough, and at this time I weren't too frustrated with the draws because I could see we were building momentum. 4 games without a loss was very important. Hayes and Yedding as well were a promotion battling team, so to beat them 2-1, again, fantastic result. Jay May and who else got a goal for us? Glenn Pole as well, fantastic result. 3 points that we well battled and well deserved for. We then lost 1-0 to Tonbridge. That was disappointing because they were actually in the playoffs. I think at this time we were just scraping it 5th like we did at the end. We really need to beat them. We would have gone above them in the playoffs. To lose 1-0, huge disappointment as well. We bounced back though, 3-1 win, big 3-1 win as well. Curtis Thomas was fantastic, set up the 2 goals and scored as well. Absolutely fantastic, deserved his 9 rating there. Keeper let us down, probably could have kept a clean sheet. He did make a mistake, cost giving them the goal, gifting them the goal really. So moving on from that, trying to keep the clean sheet next time. We did 3-0 this time against Salisbury, who got the 3 goals. Glenn Pole getting a hat-trick. Absolutely fantastic game for him. 9.6 rating as well. And then we went into the last 2 games needing, I think, 3 points or so, 3 or 4 points to secure promotion mathematically. Couldn't beat Western-super-Mare, who were just behind us. But I thought going into the last match, Maidenhead, they had to win the game to avoid relegation. And they did it against us. Huge disappointment. Almost lost out to Western-super-Mare in the end, but results went our way and we ended up getting promotion, getting in the playoffs. Had a couple of friendlies to raise funds against Bournemouth and Chelsea reserves. They don't matter too much, but let's move on to the matches that do. So the first leg we drew 1-1 with Basingstoke. As you can see here, they took the lead in the 24th minute. Basingstoke for the Matt Warner goal. We then pegged one back just before the hour mark with Hamati getting a goal there for us, but we probably didn't deserve the draw. As you can see, they dominated us in possession. We hardly had any shots. 1 shot on target, 1 goal scored. We took our chance when we got it. And Hamati had a fantastic game. Shame can't be said for the rest of the team. Ethan Mannion really let us down up front. Jake McCormick, really let us down in defence as well. So overall, it was lucky just to get a draw out of this game, let alone walk into the second leg with a chance. Let's move on to the second leg actually, and here we go. We see we lost 2-1 to Basingstoke in the second leg. We took a very early lead with Junior Luke, and you know what, in the first half it could have gone our way so much more. I think the first half we probably had like 9 or 8 shots compared to their like 3 or 4. We should have finished the game off in the first half. We should have got more than the 1 goal we did and put the tie beyond doubt, but nope. Daylon Sam Yorkie, who had not scored in I think 5 games or so before this match, got 2 goals and won it for them, and we just couldn't get one back. Again, our strikers let us down, our defence has let us down, our goalkeeper has let us down. Sloppy defending and sloppy attacking cost us the game and probably cost us promotion overall looking back at the whole season. Need to improve upon them areas definitely next season, or the players need to perform more consistently, because a lot of them have the ability, especially Marco Ranieri has the ability, but more times than not he'll let me down in a game. So basically that's how the season turned out for us overall. I'm going to have a look at the squad now, and you can actually see the inside of the squad, how well they did in specific areas, who scored our goals, who's the highest rated player and stuff like that. So we've got on appearances. Of course, Marco Ranieri was the only keeper I used all season. Very key to try and push for promotion. Shame I can't say we actually got it. Ethan Mannion as well. Great player for us this year. 56 appearances, 16 goals, 7 assists in all competitions. Absolutely fantastic. Anyone probably over 30 appearances was very consistent, because not only that, but they were match fit more times than not. Junior Luke isn't the best player as well. You can see there. Jay May as well. Not really great, but they're just consistently there. They're consistently match fit, and that's what I needed, and that's what I got out of them. Absolutely great. Probably need to strengthen that right back position. James Richards isn't very good. As you can see, he's not got the greatest potential either, but that's something to think about next year, and that you'll see that when it comes to the January update. So let's have a look at the goals. Who scored our goals? Of course, Ethan May did, along with Ethan Mannion did, along with James May. Glenn Pole as well, popping up with 11, getting double figures. Absolutely fantastic for him. Sam Lichmere as well. He scored a couple of blinders this year. Absolutely fantastic goals. A couple of, I think all 4 of his goals actually were probably all 4 goals of the season. Shame they don't do it in a Blue Square Bet South, but absolutely fantastic for him this year. And the assists, our highest assists were coming from the centre of Luke Lanson. He did go on the right a couple of times. Sam Lichmere, Ethan Mannion as well, getting 7. and pretty much everyone chipping in with a goal and an assist every now and again. So really good team effort. Shame, like I say, we can't actually say we got promoted this year. And this is probably why, as you see, average ratings, normally when a team get promoted, a lot of their, or win the league or something like that, win a cup, you'll normally see that average ratings are very high. Only 5 of our players got an average rating of over 7. So that needs to improve next season. Like I say, consistency is key, and the players just up and down, up and down, up and down. Probably player of the season was Rob Swine. The fact that he played so many games, still keeping that high average match rating as well, along with Jay May as well, considering how many bench appearances he had coming on for us. So really looking back, it's just consistency let us down so much this last season. I see highest rating players there. That might be an interesting fact. You see Marco Ranieri. All of them players are probably a division above ours. Maybe Hamati, I'm not too sure. All probably deserve to be playing for a higher squad. I've got a bit of Marco Ranieri's going to get upset next season. I know for a fact because I had a little talk with him before our second leg. He said, I want to move to a bigger club. I said, you can do it here. We're pushing to try and improve. He was like, when do you think we'll get promotion? I said, this season, feeling all confident going into the second leg. And then that happened. So he's definitely going to kick up a storm next season. May have to look to get a new goalkeeper, which is a huge disappointment because he's beyond good for this league. But either way, I'm just going to keep on playing him, keep on chugging along until that problem kicks up. Highest potential, of course. We've got a lot of players with really high potential, and that's why I like to see all of them players, maybe even down to the 4 stars, have the potential to play at the division above ours. So absolutely fantastic to see that. And I'm really looking forward to seeing Will Brister come in. He has got to be one of our key players next year. Really going to put him in the first team, whether it's attacking right, whether it's up front, whether it's right mid. I've just got to play him, got to develop him and see how well he can get. So I think that's it for now. We'll have a look at our finances if that's not too much trouble. As you can see, our financial situation is deteriorating even more. The friendlies from last season did kind of pick it up a bit near the end, but it's not enough. We definitely need to try and get some investment. Promotion's got to be a real big candidate for next year so we can improve that wage budget, improve the funds coming in and try and sort out this financial situation Billericay are in. That's got to be a big thing. And still, no parent club. I mean, I've asked a couple of times more and still nothing. My job's very secure, so that's all good there. I mean, I think that's pretty much it for what I can do right now. So until next January, which will be the next update, peace out.